guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss anything and everything. I'm your host, Petrina.
And I'm your co-host, David.
We have another David to my right.
My God. And of course, Mr. Cyril, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Our discussion today is on trust,
Mm.
both platonic and
Romantic. Yeah.
So trust is the foundation for a good relationship. That's besides love. It's good to have people that trust us and people that we know we can trust.
Mm-hmm.
But is it actually possible to trust your friend or your partner 100%? David, is it possible?
Well, to trust your partner 100%, you have to get to the stage where you trust them 100%.
So you believe it's possible?
It's possible. But for your friend, I don't think it's possible.
What's the difference? You should even be able to trust
Hey,
your friend.
partner, and friend are two different things. For me, I can
That's
confide in my partner
interesting.
anytime, anywhere, anything. But for my friends, I don't think I can go
So
down.
that
So
means
you-
you can trust a woman more than you can trust a man.
The friend can be
Wait,
female.
wait.
Wonderful.
Now,
The
Do you
friend
see?
can be
Wait,
that your agenda will not agenda.
Wait,
The friend can be female and you still will not trust her because she's not the partner.
chill.
Abi?
The friend can be, when the friend is female, when I'll never trust her.
Hey, I didn't say
Why did you spoil
anything.
it now?
You still spoil it. You know he's very opinionated about women. So the one thing you said that I want to comment on before Mr. Cyril chimes in on the conversation. You said you will trust your partner 100% ahead of your friend. That friendship will never get to 100%. Which friends have you been keeping here?
I have my best friend. What I tell him,
Change the
not-
words.
it's not-
You see, continue.
let's say I tell my girl more, and I tell him if something happens now,
Say again. Say
Sure.
what you just said now again.
I tell my girl more.
Mm.
I tell my
So there is a girl in the equation.
That's not good. That's not
Go on, Go on.
If something happens and I have an issue and I need someone to talk to calm my mind down, I know who to meet.
Mm.
But isn't that what your best friend is supposed to do for
I
you?
don't.
No,
I don't
wait,
know.
that's why I said
I
know
want
who
him to
meet.
land his thoughts.
I know who to
Mm.
meet. There are things I meet my girl for, and there are things I will meet my child.
Does that mean there are things you cannot talk to her because you don't talk to her about rather because you don't trust her 100%?
No.
Talk
I will
about-
first go to my guy, clear my mind, and then I can bring it to her
What?
for any enhancement.
Okay, there are some things you cannot go to your guy for
Mhm.
to even clear your mind. You go straight to
The girl
her.
that brings the
So that,
Mr. Cyril, can you trust your friend or partner 100%?
Of course, I should be able to.
100%.
I actually do. The 110% actually.
Your partner or your friend.
My wife.
Yeah.
My wife.
now we still dey talk back. Lingua don't
We're
change.
talking
See,
about
I'm-
partner.
My
Your
wife.
partner now. Daisy, can you trust your partner?
My wife.
Let
So
him
the
land
thing
his
is,
own thought first.
trust my wife is not an issue for me. Maybe not every married person can say that.
Hmm.
So I consider myself privileged.
Hmm.
So let me do that.
But is it really possible to trust somebody?
wait,
You
how
have
did
you-
zero
how did
doubt.
you-
I want him
Zero
to.
doubt.
Do
For
you
him
get?
now, for him
I
now,
want
married.
to put
If
him
he
on the
doesn't trust
spot.
his wife 100%, if she brings food to his front, you start doubting this food.
I did not say
Eh,
100%.
okay.
See,
That's not
That is
that's
zero.
that's an extreme. That is an extreme.
That's
That
So when you say trust,
That is an
what I
extreme.
want in the picture and what I want are not in the picture.
Poisoning is this.
is
That's
far-fetched.
extreme.
Come on.
Yes.
She doesn't.
But
Your
you
partner
get-
doesn't want to
But you
be
get cases
without
but you
a
get
man.
cases- but you get
What
cases
she-
where friends poisoning their friend.
And
No,
then you're not-
that one was
you're
never.
not-
That means your.
No, but
you
if
don't.
you say
You
trust
can't discern
100%.
people.
No, hold on, guys. If you say trust
That
100%,
means there's no doubt.
it covers everything actually. I take
Yes,
life very
yes,
seriously.
yes,
Anyway.
yes. It covers everything, but it does not mean that.
You are just talking about I tell you something and you go and tell another person.
Not just that, like trust in every way.
Yeah, but so
Is it possible
trust
to
is
know
that-
somebody enough to know that I cannot trust them with this information?
Yes.
why not? So okay, so let me not get down to it.
Mm.
Trust is like they say is earned.
Yes.
Is earned. I shouldn't award it to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's earned. That's one. Then genuine trust is built over time. You can't meet somebody in 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. You say I've known this person. It's not possible.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, there's a principle I live by. It's a faith principle. Like what I mean. It's a Christian. So
Okay.
I had a friend who saw somebody on Instagram and said she's been following this person, and she thinks this person is good enough to come and do something for her. The first thing I asked was, "Do you know this lady?" So she didn't catch my drift initially. She said, "No, she's good." I said, "No, do you know this lady?" She didn't even understand that for what she wanted to do, she needed to know the person beyond Instagram. And it hadn't dawned on her. So I left it. After a week, she came and said that she saw the lady post something that she didn't imagine the person could ever post. And that one just ruined everything. Now, that's for someone that she does not even know personally. For me to draw somebody into my inner circle, to be comfortable having you there, right? It's not even about what I've told you. The fact that you and I can be on the same, first of all, shows the kind of person I am. Because eventually, let me say this, eventually, you don't trust somebody to tell somebody things. So what happens normally is that once anybody has been in your face for a reasonably long time, things you didn't even imagine will come out of your mouth. Yeah, I mean, right? So the issue of trust is us now trying to consciously codify it and give it, a shell. But originally, people that, isn't that when I told you something after 1 year and had it else, and like, oh, so I can't trust this person. But why did I tell you that thing without me knowing whether I can trust you or not?
It depends on the thing that you're telling me.
No. That's, I mean, that it matters to me. When people say what I'm doing, don't tell anybody. Are you really sure that you're not telling anybody? So if they say don't tell anybody means that
don't tell anybody. I have faulted a lot of times. The thing is, some things are very juicy.
Wow.
That when they tell you, you don't want to tell anybody that they know that we look at, or you tell somebody and exclude the characters involved and just use the characters involved in you. But it brings me to this question. In the context of having a friend or having a partner, having a wife, like you put it, like I look forward to, is it okay to hold on to healthy skepticism?
Well, yeah. They call it healthy skepticism. Like I said, I have seen people who say they can. I mean, it's not the way I know it to be. But I've seen people who say who cannot trust their spouses in the way that you'd expect a wife or husband to trust.
The popular one is financial. Yeah.
No, it's not even that. No. Before I got married, I took my wife's phone and I'd forgotten her PIN. And I know she was not happy. Like she literally pulled the face from me. My ATM card numbers, my phone, what is that? I mean, but there was a time I had a phone problem. So I had to open my email with my Gmail on her phone. So the mails I was getting, all the mails I was getting, whether it was, she would even see them first before I would get home to go and see. And we've never had any issue over. The thing is this: some things have been easy. A lot of times, when you see the tombo, when people drink palm wine tombo that intoxicates them, is the fermented one. We are told, I've not said it before, but we are told that the one that is fresh from the tree does not intoxicate. I may be wrong.
All right.
Good. So when a lot of things you see, a lot of things that you see today, right? Friendships gone sour, marriages gone sour, relationships gone awkward. You are seeing people trying to apply their great principles in the wrong, and things went bad. It's not because that way of doing things in itself was originally bad. Like I told you, I've never had any issue about the Bible says that her husband doth safely trust in her. So there is safety in the trust I have in my own. Then my friends, okay? I have friends that I'm both male and female. Now, there are some things that morally you can't share with ladies, right? With women.
Say that again.
There are things you can't discuss with women morally.
Okay.
They are not your wife, they're just your friends. You can discuss, but there are some things you morally can't share with them.
Is it because you have a partner or just as a person? There are some things.
Well, I think it's both. It's both. Yeah, I mean, there was a time we had a meeting among the men, among the married guys in our church, and we were like, what are the things you're looking out for? You know, like so I'm not sure I want, even if it may be harmless, I'm not sure I want to go and meet a lady and we're talking and I start telling her I like, you know that sort of thing. For me, it's awkward. I shouldn't be doing that.
That you like her.
No.
So you like certain things in a woman.
Let's circle back to the conversation.
Oh, okay.
No, we are on it. We are on it. Listen.
Wait. So telling her that, oh, these are the things you like in a woman.
Yeah, I don't think I should as a single person. And even when I'm married, right? There are some intimate things that happen in my home that should I mean, like, yeah,
Within
they should
the
remain there.
confines of it.
Yes.
Mm.
Somebody shouldn't see my wife
Mhm.
and do something about me that she does not know.
Mm.
And perhaps even know that she does not know this about me. No. That should never be in the picture.
Mm.
It should not be in the picture. It should never be.
Okay.
So the ideal thing is you should be able to trust your friend. And that's why they say,
But then the thing is, you're taking it that we're saying trust versus don't trust. It's not trust versus don't trust. It's trusting versus trusting 100%. There's a difference.
He is
There's a
saying
very
that
big difference.
your effort to correct
Should
me
be
if I'm wrong
100.
should always be 100.
But for me, let me say the truth. I don't actually think it's possible because I don't even trust myself 100%. Not to talk of trusting another person.
This raises another question. Is it possible to trust 100%?
Yourself.
Anybody,
Yourself.
anybody. The concept of trusting 100%, does it exist to you?
Let's put in the factors where humans can be faulty at sometimes.
Okay.
So you put in the faults, you put in the errors.
That we are flawed.
Yes. And
as
I would say yes, you can trust yourself 100%.
I can't
I
trust
can't-
I
myself
know what I can
100%.
do. I know
You
what
might
I
know what
can
you can do, but in some
Mm,
situations you might find yourself. Why
that
do you
idea,
do
he answered the question. Hold on. He has answered the question. But I think maybe the way he landed it was the issue.
Okay.
What is trust? I trust an enemy. You know an enemy, the armed robber.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is like integrity.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily positive. It is that your character
Something
will match.
consistent
Yes.
with your character.
Yeah, so when we
Okay.
talk of trust, I trust that boy. If you enter that room, that meat in the pot.
You know, they did.
So something will happen to you. That's trust, right? So I trust myself,
But it's still
knowing.
possible for him to enter that room and that meat is still be there.
And what did you say,
Is it
I said it's
possible
still possible for him to enter that room and that meat is still
Petrina?
be there.
Petrina, you would rather if someone else was going in, you'll be less concerned than because when
I know.
hold on. If he leaves the room, you will go and count whether the meat is complete. But if someone else left him, you will not go and count. Now this is where I'm going. Trusting yourself, knowing that you also have weaknesses. So you factor that in.
Mhm.
All right. So you know that you know what you can do and what you cannot do. At least you have a range of it. So that is when you want to.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm
okay,
saying. You know, so he made the point.
within the range.
Yes,
that's what you
yes,
are trying- you get what
yes.
you're trying to
So, for example, if I want to write an exam today, when I say this, it's not because I can, I'm a Christian, so let me not say it of my own strength,
Mm.
because by strength shall no man prevail. But I know for a fact, I wrote one exam one time in school that I didn't know what to write. You know, I mean, it sounded very esoteric to me.
Mm.
You know what? The first thing I did was to go and sit in our people,
Mm.
I went and sat in front.
Mm.
It was such an empty place.
Mm.
You know what? Because I will not cheat.
Mm.
I mean, you can. So I sat in front, not because I had read and understood what I was doing, but because I
You
knew
don't
that.
trust yourself. You trust. How would I put it now?
No. I did what I knew I should do.
In the face of that.
Yes.
that reality.
Yes.
Okay.
It was that if I didn't know what to do, I knew what not to do. You don't get.
I understand, but that still means that you didn't trust yourself.
That's why I was trying to land that
No.
That's it.
I could have got going to this. Well, if you have a character,
Mm.
I know that this is what I should do. This what I stand for.
Mm.
Do I need to go and stand at Allen Junction and come back the following morning to prove that I can be there and yet I will not sleep with the prostitute? Do I need to go there? I will avoid the place. I know where not to go.
Okay, does that not suggest that you know not to put yourself in that situation?
Yes.
Because you will be
didn't-
tempted.
Exactly.
No.
If we circle back to that,
Now I'm coming. Now, so it means that it begins with doing what you know and what others also know you should do. Because when you're in that place, fine. I may not have been in worse places like after that, right? We are come now, talk, and I didn't respond. But if I can, it's better I avoid that environment
than put yourself in.
Okay.
President does not agree, but it's what I will do.
Yes, so
I don't always have to be in that place to prove that I won't do
The
it.
thing is, for me, that when it comes to especially trust about myself, me and David, we've had this discussion before, if you remember. There are some places or some people's places that I would never go to because I know that from then on, when I get to this place, I cannot guarantee or dictate exactly the things I will do. This thing about exam, I'm a Christian. Talking in exam or cheating is something that you still fall victim to and you feel bad about it. This last exam, I carry whatever I carry on my head that, okay, this is what I want to do. I remember there was this exam that the test was a bit shaky. The reading for the exam, I didn't do
Very well.
enough. And I remember I went there. It put me somewhere. And I'm a very social person in class. As it put me in that place, and everybody was, hey, how far you did here, no problem. You did here, no problem. And I know that under that pressure, I would bulge. I then called him that the AC, and it was part of reasons why, but not entirely the reason. The AC is facing me, it's too cold. He carried me up and took me to the front somewhere. And I sat in front. In my mind, you don't sabi anything, they carry you come front. I wanted to panic, but in a way, I was still grateful that at least you will call me for this far. I go not say now you they send for my village. And I finished the exam. The point is, I didn't trust myself enough to stay in some certain situations. I can't trust myself enough to say no to some things, if you get what I'm trying to say. You get me? So there are some things that I would rather not put myself in that situation.
David,
Because I don't
what
trust
you
myself.
did is called integrity.
Know your own limits.
Let me explain. Whether you bulge or not, it's possible that you are there and you don't bulge, but there are people that will look at you and say, we don't expect you to be in this circle. So trust, trust meaning that everything you do reinforces what you believe, reinforces who you are.
Okay.
Reinforces what you stand for.
So in that situation now, what he's saying is, I have reinforced anybody observing to believe or trust me not to do something.
Yes.
Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
That is just making sure that particular trait is being reinforced, that it is within my, it is consistent with my character.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your own?
So and that's how you I said trust is earned. Because now we're talking about trusting yourself.
The conversation is now a lot broader.
Yes, but the discussion was planned about can you trust someone else? There are people you can trust. Okay. Well,
Can you move in life without trusting?
It's not possible.
That's why I keep saying the conversation is not trusting versus not trusting.
No, without trusting,
Trust
without
is
being
100%.
naked in front, being able to be naked in front, not
Vulnerable.
literally,
I guess.
vulnerability. You know,
I believe
you
you can
would
be
die
vulnerable, but I don't think
to a
you
degree,
can.
Abi.
Yes, I still
Not
don't
in
believe
its
that.
entirety.
Yes, I don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe it's possible, not to talk of even being healthy
It's
or
very
whatever. I don't
possible.
believe it's possible. I don't think I can trust someone.
David started this
But
conversation.
should somebody
with-
trust you, Katrina?
She
Somebody
said,
should trust me, but you're
But not
young enough to
100%.
trust me 100%.
see the way she said you're on your own. You say,
Because
I'm man, they say, so the point is, you started something, you talked about your partner. I don't know, maybe it's a stronghold or something that I should be, the school of thought I shouldn't subscribe to. I've heard it many times, stumbled on it on many Instagram and Facebook and TikTok videos from people that have authority in relationships, that have been married and everything. That's saying things that suggest that even in the home, it's not the entirety of your life you give your partner access to. It's the way you said it. Because I don't know if you get where I'm
I
coming from.
understand that in a relationship, a guy.
They said it's
remain strong,
dangerous, that it's
chill.
careless, especially for the man.
A guy should show that he's strong in a relationship.
Mm.
Yes, that's what all guys believe.
Mm.
Now, there are some things, like I said, and adjust with my girl. And some things I would rather adjust with my guy.
Okay.
When the intensity has come down, it is now minor. I cannot tell her, okay, so and so happened.
After product, she should be here.
I just when she go here, I'm thinking that thing happen.
But as they hot, you know, yeah. Okay.
So those are very subjective ways of looking at things. And like they say to everyone.
To you, what is ideal?
No,
I'm
no, no,
putting
no,
your
no,
person
You
on.
said what is ideal.
No, in the face of the new information I just gave you about how some people have said it is healthy not to be entirely vulnerable. The concept of see finish is still valid in marriage. Do you agree with that?
So let me begin from where he dropped it.
Mm.
I like your question, right? They say to everyone or to every man his own. I don't know if you heard it before.
Yes.
If somebody says this is the best way for me to handle this, and everything goes back to equilibrium,
Okay.
I won't put
Okay.
a finger, you know,
Okay.
I shouldn't put my hand in his mouth, as they say in one African proverb. But the other thing is, again, some years ago, I was at a wedding, and somebody was telling me that this man, that the man said he had a lot of money kept somewhere, and he didn't tell his wife. This was many years ago. And I said, hey, how did you know? Do you know why? He said that if he told her, she could, the big thing she would say is vacation, let them quickly look and spend all the money.
I like where you just want.
I have also had people who say that any man that keeps money from his wife will be using it on another woman elsewhere. Now, so all of these are very
Subjective.
because cultural, subjective things. But the way I have come to understand marriage, my own personal point of view, I mean, is that my wife and I have become one. Nobody should judge me for that. It's what's working for me right there. So my wife and I have become one. I don't, because you are talking about the man should be the strong man in the relationship, right? Even this issue of strength is subjective. There are some homes in which the man keeps all the money. There are homes in which the woman keeps all the money, depending on who is a better manager of finances. It doesn't mean so it doesn't mean the man is weak or the man is weaker. It's just that everybody brings his own area of strength to the table and uses to make the home better. Believe me, if you are living by that standard, it is the best standard there is ever. Because sometimes, I mean, if a friend or anybody outside did you harm or did you hurt, the first place you run to is back to your house. Your husband or your wife. So if they don't have enough to cover you or to back you up, you will be in serious danger. Any business that you enter into, and they say this business is very serious, don't tell your wife about it. Better run away. That's how one man got killed after after they killed him right behind his window, behind his house. He began the deal, nobody knew. It was no for meetings, nobody knew. I think he had transferred some money to them. The next, they found his corpse behind his window. So, and this guy was from a prominent family in my place. Very, very, very well-known family. His father was even a chief. These things happen when anything that wants to cut you off, isolate you. When they isolate you, then they destroy you. So, that anybody can be planning to have it more closely, more intimate with someone else apart from the person's spouse. Well, if it's working for you, I won't judge you. But my personal business is that I and my wife have become one. The person doesn't like to hear these things, but
why not?
And I know
Why
your own school of thought is very
no judgment. You can have your views. Anyway, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you, Mrs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please join us next time by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.